Welcome everyone to our Warrior Wellness Warriors Manifestation Activation Team Call. This is so exciting to have so many people on, and I'm just so excited. Baby Ocean is here, Terry is here, Tammy's here, and other children. Barry's at the lake, at this river, at the stream. Peter's coming in. Miss Nancy is here today. John Rhodes is in the house. Sierra and Baby Ocean. Miss Allison and probably Robbie is here. Is he driving? Hi, Robbie. And David, so excited to meet you. And Miss Fabiana and Brad, so exciting. Miss Bethany's here. Miss Tina came in even on her vacation. So thank you so much, Melissa and Superfood Mechanic, Peter and Natalie, and children and baby in the oven is all here. So I'm so excited to see you all today. And I am Kimberly Sanders, so honored to be here with you all. And so I wanted to congratulate some friends before moving into everything, but to share that Kelly hit her consultant and her first UBT. She got it. Tammy hit UBT. Barbara hit UBT. Bethany hit UBT +1 and has 7 on the board. I'm going to say I hit UBT too. I'm so excited. There's more and more people coming in. And just to speak on that, this is like my one piece of tools and tips and training for the day is what I'm learning, what I'm doing now with people that are a yes to saying yes to me to guide them. I speak, yay, there's Kelly, hold on. Let me welcome her too. Kelly, welcome. We're so excited. And I just shared that you hit your UBT and congratulations, and you hit your consultant. So congratulations. And I'm so happy you're here. And I was sharing as you were coming in a tip and trick and a new posture that I am holding when I bring on a new customer. I share with them that they are coming into the greatest self-love story ever told with me guiding them as their superfood mentor. And that this is something that they are watching themselves in this next month with me guiding them. And they are thinking about how they're talking to themselves, how they're training themselves with these superfoods in the knowing that they may become superfood mentors themselves. And so I'm really pre-paving it in a way that I haven't quite done this yet. And so it's this flawless way of talking about the business as well as having them see this is their cocoon time to take care of themselves and to nurture themselves and to be with me, guiding them. And yesterday, one of this precious woman, she's like, I could spend about $500 to $600. And then we were at like 617 or something. And she's like, I think I can have one more thing. And I'm like, that would be amazing, because if we can get the liquid aloe, that's going to be even more amazing for your gut. And she's like, thank goodness for you. I was looking on the website and it looked so confusing. And so when we hold this absolute knowingness that we have them, we've got them, we are creating this container for this little tiny seed to be planted in this container of love in our keeping. Like, people are like, how do you keep track of all your people? I'm like, what are you talking about? These are people that I'm like guiding into the greatest self-love story ever told. I mean, maybe it's because I got to do hair and I'm so thankful. Like, I had hundreds of clients, it's like, exactly what color they're mixing in their hair. I know exactly the angle to cut their hair. Now that's what I'm doing, the insides of their bodies, right? Like, we know exactly these superfoods. And if you don't know exactly these superfoods, this is another little tip that I wish to share with everyone, is that when you're brand new, have your superfood coach, your business mentor, the first 10 calls that you're doing, please do not do them by yourself. please have your superfood mentor on the phone with you. I still have people that are like, I just can't get anyone to sign up. I'm like, have you had me on the phone with you for like forever? And these are people that have been in the business for a while, and then they think they know everything, and then they don't ask anything of me anymore. And I'm like, I'm here. So in this first 10 days, when you're 10 calls, call your person and have them be on the phone with you. You do not need to be the authority yet, because you're not. We are. I am. This is it. It's like we have tools and we hold your hand. And if you're like, if you can do it, if you can rock a $700 order in your first couple of weeks, great. But if that's not where you're at yet, then that's why we have each other's hand, and you bring us on the phone together. If you're like Tammy, a $1,200 order, and you had to walk these people through, go do it. But you know why she did that? Why she's been able to do that is because she's done it with me and she's had me there. So I'm pre-vetting every single piece of the puzzle to new people. The first day I was on the phone with her for an hour and 11 minutes. And I was like, what? Like 11 minutes. And so I'm just so excited to share this all with you, because we can really pre-pave almost every single person that we're bringing on and have them see the vision of a 90-day self-care run with all of you. You are their superfood mentor now. You all have been eating this food and really watching what happens in your own bodies. But like, if you're brand new, like, yes, get that person on the phone and be like, you know what? I have to introduce you to John. I have to introduce you to my Terry, because first of all, there's no one like him in the whole entire universe, and you have to meet him. He has to hear what's going on in your gut. He has to hear your story. So what I ask of all of you, when you get someone on the phone, you can stand in this really strong stance by asking people, tell me about you. Tell me what you do from the first thing that you wake up in the morning. What do you do? Where do you go? Oh, I go to the coffee pot. Okay, good. That's a little note that you take in your notebook. Okay, that person goes to the coffee pot right away. They're super dehydrated. They're not doing very well. Their digestion, not so happy. Great. Okay, tell me more. What's the first thing that you eat right away? And then you log that in your little notebook with the story. And you just go through and you listen to where Purium is going to fit in their life wholeheartedly. Like, it's like, oh, and you just hear their story about where they're going and what they're doing. And you're like, this is going to be amazing for you. And hopefully, like this woman last night, I'm like, you're already like 100% there. This is just going to up level you on every single level. So the people that you're not like pulling away from the coffee pot, it's going to be a little bit easier. But the people that are into the coffee pot, then you start them with water and you have beets for them. And there's so many other things, but it's really going to change everything for me, at least. Like, I know who's going to start to be someone who, is going to be on this screen soon enough. And I'm really able to trust that we're building this, and you're building trust if you can watch them do an ultimate lifestyle transformation. Sometimes people are like, oh, let's just sign them up for a builder right away. It's like, can you even trust that they can come to a call? Can you trust that they can finish a ULT and then they're going to be selling products to people? Really, we're not selling products. We're selling our experience of our own practice. And the more that we uncover our own practice with these superfoods, the stronger your sales will be, the stronger your guidance will be, and the way that you can like know what you're doing with your own self. And how amazing that we get paid to keep ourselves honest with this amazing practice of nutrition and food and all of it. It's mind-blowing that we get paid to really see the vision of how much we're taking care of ourselves with this food, so that we can then lead other people into the promised land. So I wanted to share that with you and just be so thankful. And a lot of you are getting the alchemy that John shared. And I sent a little picture of a prayer, but we have an Empress Creatrix Sophia Code Goddess on our team now. And I am just getting chills and so thankful and proud to say that I get to have her as my wing woman. This is Miss Bethany Bosworth, and she's going to introduce herself, but I wanted her to open her introduction with this prayer that she transformed, of course, because all we're here to do is transform everything that we love, because we're all the most amazing alchemists of the universe. So Miss Bethany, please say this beautiful prayer for us and this activation celebration, and then just introduce yourself, because this is our round robin call. This is a little different than we normally do, so I'm just so excited. And I do my best to keep us at the hour, but if we're still going and people are like really sharing who they are and all of it, we don't have a huge group today, so it might be just perfect timing. And of course, anyone can leave if they need to at the top of the hour, but I want to also have a space where people can actually share, and it doesn't have to be like rigid time thing of my open root and triple Capricorn. Bless me.
Thank you. Thank you, Kimberly. Hello, everybody. It is such a blessing and a joy to be with you and to be part of this amazing team of light bringers. And I so appreciate Kimberly's consciousness and awareness that what we're doing is there's even a deeper level. Like we're helping people to move beyond the suffering that comes with eating food that does not feed their bodies, and helps them to actually like be able to move into greater awareness of what's important in their lives. So this was a prayer that Kimberly shared with us that has been just in her life, and I don't think you recall when it even came into your life. And so I am very honored to share it. So I just see this as a prayer for the light bringers. We ask the universal consciousness that holds the highest spiritual power of knowledge, wisdom, and truth to guide and enfold us as we communicate with our ascended master guides and angels in the spirit world and tap into the wisdom of the universe held within our hearts. We respect this opportunity and take full responsibility to use this not for egoic gain or controlling anyone or anything, but with the pure intention of spreading love and healing life on this earth and beyond. We are creating a legacy of love. That is what this is all about. We are creating a legacy of love. And I just want to recognize the God and goddess in each of us. Kimberly called me a goddess, but this is all about learning to understand and embrace that universal source of love within all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your heart, Bethany. And Bethany is an amazing healer and Reiki master and colon hydrotherapist, detox specialist, and she's just, I can't even wait to see what we all get to offer in our gifts. And so I'm just so excited. And so I was thinking how I was going to introduce everybody, but John, I'm so excited. Most of you know him, but I love to introduce you because you have a fleet of angels to introduce, and one by one, so that they can share a little more of their story. And I'm just so happy to have you all here. And I was thinking that, and then Terry could introduce his people. So
yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Sorry, I'm wrist deep in sourdough at the moment, so just getting cleaned off. So good morning, everybody. If I haven't had a chance to meet you directly yet, sure we will. Nice to see so many faces this morning. I'm really excited to be able to introduce to you a couple of my team members who are making the Team Green Mustache thing a reality. And so first of all, I want to introduce Kelly, who I have had the privilege of knowing for a number of years now, and have been able to receive from her partnership, her loving presence, her heart of gold. And she is a musician. She is a beautiful singer. She has been embracing Purium superfoods now for this past summer. She is a master of transformation, and I'm just so excited to have her doing this alongside of me. And Kimberly already shared what she was able to do. I'll just add that she completed the 40 and 4 challenge in just a day and a half, which is a pretty phenomenal feat in my opinion, because that's a lot of people to get in touch with, and it just really shows that when she puts her mind to something, she can absolutely achieve whatever it is. So Kelly, meet the team. Everybody meet Kelly. Please come on and share anything about yourself that I undoubtedly left out that you would like to share with everybody. Really glad to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for all of that. And thank you for your love and your partnership and your leadership. What kind of stuck out to me is you said when you put your mind to something, and we all know that we can't just put our mind to it, our body has to be in sync to really make that a thing. And just I haven't had any major health issues, but I've done a lot with grief and mental health things. And those are the things that can really stop you from showing up in your life and receiving love, to give love and receive love. And that's really where my heart is. With everything I've experienced, I know how painful it is to not show up as yourself. And so having, Kim put, no, John said it, the foundation of thriving. Your nutrition is the foundation of thriving. So experiencing a company like Purium that's so comprehensively about thriving, not just one person. It's not just the CEO is thriving. It's how do we all thrive together? And it really plays into sort of my vision for the world. I was born on Thanksgiving Day. And some people don't like being born on holidays, but I fucking love it, because if I'm going to have my best day, I want to be around people that are having their best day. That is exciting to me. I want to live in a world where everyone feels nourished, everyone feels loved, everyone's in community. I want every day to feel like Thanksgiving Day. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of this community. And, I'm still getting my footing in it and learning my own path on how to do this. But I'm super excited and grateful for the space to innovate in the way that I naturally do. And yeah, I'm, and I'm still feeling into how do I satisfy my one line? I'm a 5'1", right? How do I universalize this, but also get my body what it needs? And taking all the wisdom that I'm learning from my own experience to really embody it and share it and guide other people into their own self-mastery. So thank you.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I love hearing your vision here, and having everybody be able to receive it. And I think it's really a powerful point to recognize that as we're doing this superfood business and we put our minds to a certain goal, that our bodies are the ones that are going to be leading the way. And I think you're touching on some wisdom that can go even deeper and deeper in terms of recognizing these different systems of understanding ourselves, whether it's Gene Keys, human design, Myers-Briggs, whatever systems a person may be using to understand either their psychology or their soul, bringing the body into it and recognizing it. My kind of, just along those lines, I felt like for 10 years I'd been struggling to engage in achieving any goals that I had in the mission that I believed I was here for. And as soon as Purium got into my body, I was able to fully embrace what my body is here to bring. And when that happens, magic starts to flow. So thank you for sharing that. To complete my introductions, because I can make this fairly short. Most people have already had a chance to meet Terry Lapointe, my brother from Canada, Ontario, another Gene Keys and human design aficionado. He is a master builder, and I'm really grateful to have him on my team as he's building his own team already. And both of those people are present and are thriving with Purium. I'm so excited to hear from both of them. So Terry, please take it away. Feel free to share about yourself and introduce us to your fantastic team. I'm really excited about this. So thanks for being here.
Thank you, John. Welcome, everyone. Woohoo! I love the energy in here today. Wow, incredible. Kimberly just, rocked it right from the beginning. I got in a little early, so we had a little bit of dance party, and it was great. So that's something that's available for all the newcomers. The Zoom calls always start fairly early. We are blessed to have Kimberly, so devoted to all of this. So, let's take advantage of that. Not too much, just a little bit in a good way. And so who I want to introduce is Fabiana and Brad. They are a couple, and they are rocking it already. They had their consultants within the first week, the UBT, and they are killing it on their lovely hobby farm. And so far, so good. I'm really, really appreciative of you two. And I'm glad that you're here. And my heart's cracked open today. I'm all excited. So there's also David, who is on the call, and that also has brought in his brother. Now, his brother's not here yet, but we're looking forward to having you join us soon, whenever the opportunity arises. And I trust that, the universe knows what it's doing. So, when the timing will be aligned and correct, I know that everything will fall into place. And that's sort of what I've been up to in the last week is, calling in the powers to be to align everything, see if we can get more people on board. I've been talking to all sorts of beautiful souls all over the world to gain some kind of momentum. A couple of weeks ago, I got another UBT, and this week's kind of fallen flat, but I know where the resistance are. I'm working on the resistance. I am being innovative, and I am being imaginative, and I will pass through these resistance, because that's just what I do. That's how I operate. That's just what I'm here to frickin' bring to the table. You know, me and my lovely, universe. That's what we do. So, without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic to Brad and Fabiana, since they were my first builders. And then after that, we'll have David speak a little bit as well, since he was my second builder.
Well, thanks for the introduction. I'm Fabiana. This is my husband, Brad. And, Terry didn't have to sell us much. As soon as I saw him, on the video, and I've seen his own transformation, I was like, dude, whatever you got, I'm signing up. And I think, I am, convinced that I was his easiest sell. He's like, do you need any more information? Do you have any questions? I was like, no, sign me up, whatever you got, I'm taking it. So lo and behold, we have, I'm also Gene Key's aficionado, and I'm a 1-3, so I'm like building my own foundations as I go along, and Brad is the business guy, so it's we're kind of teaming it up where I'm learning the ropes and moving through, information and, embodying this thing, because my design is literally to bring heaven and earth together. And this has completed that piece for me, where I'm, my spiritual stuff is off the charts, and I've that's my whole adult life has been about spirituality, but I've kind of been dancing in the ethers, and finding Purium has really grounded me and has completed the piece for me that I've been missing this whole time. So I am so grateful for that. And that's kind of what I'm excited to tell people is, I never understood grounding until now. I've heard grounding of people talking about, like, walking on grass, or, brushing an animal or something that really helps grounding. And that has been great. But until you actually embody your life, you're not really living it. You're just kind of dancing on a peripheral. And that's been what I've learned so far. So I'm excited to tell everybody about that. Yeah, I don't know if you have anything else to fill in. Sorry, our look, we've been working on our little mini farm all morning. So anyway, you have anything to fill in?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Terry, for bringing us on board, and Kim. Finally, nice to say hello and speak to you officially. What I've noticed, I guess a couple things I've noticed. One is, people, when you talk to them about their life and health, they kind of open up very quickly. I've been in business development and sales for over 20 years, and yeah, it takes a lot longer sometimes for people to open up and build trust. So that's the first thing I noticed. And when I was talking to some of the first people I've known, I talked to someone I hadn't talked to in 20 years. I'm not kidding, and had a conversation, and we'll see where that goes, but it's been great. And, as Kim was saying this morning, being a superfood mentor, what I think of on the business side is I'm oftentimes trying to disrupt the people, their way of thinking, and be an agent of change in their lives and things. And that's what we're here to do, is how do we disrupt them, connect with them, and be an agent of change in their life. So thank you once again. That's great. So that's about all I had.
All right, we'll pass the mic on to, I don't know who's next, so carry on.
Oh, my friend, put on your mic, my brother.
Mute. Got it. Hi, everyone. Yeah, you can hear me now. Yeah, thanks so much, Kimberly and John and Thierry, for putting this together. Similar to Bethany, I also am a 1-3 and a Gene Keys person. I wouldn't say I'm an aficionado at all. But yeah, I first heard about Purium through Facebook, and in my 1-3 style, I saw some people doing it, and I felt that I should bring this back into my cave and inspect it and go over it and tear it apart. And then as time went on, as the research grew and my experiences grew and my knowledge grew, I started getting more and more interested. And then when I stumbled onto Thierry and John, I said, oh my gosh, look at these guys are thriving. Like, I can't wait any longer. Like, I have to buy this product right away. So I'm still fairly new to it. I kind of completed one UBT, but the way I work is I started trying it and I was on it for like 6 days. And I said, oh man, this is amazing. I have to start sharing this right away. So I started sharing it with my partner, Tammy, after 6 days. And then, because there was 2 of us using the 30-day, we ran out of product. And in that time, it was a great lesson. And of course, I'm like the trial and error kind of guy, the 1-3. It was terrible. Living without Purium is actually terrible. Like, it was almost like a drug. I felt like a drug addict. Like, I don't even want to wake up today until my Purium shows up. So I went through a whole weekend like miserable, like I don't even want to do anything. I don't have Purium. Like, there's just no point in doing this. Wake me up on Monday when the shipment gets here. And then Monday came and it showed up and it was great. And it took a few more days. So I've been doing it again for about a week. And now I noticed just probably 2 days ago, it kicked in. I'm sure you guys all know what I mean when I say it kicked in. So right away, I got my brother on board, and because he knows me so well, and I'm a 1-3, I don't put myself out there very often until I'm like certain of exactly what I want to say. And I feel like I have the knowledge and wisdom to share with people in the right way. But he knows me, so he saw me doing it and he started right away. And then he went crazy and signed up for Builder. So I suspect that's going to backfire on both of us in some way. But he's like me. We aren't in this for the money. Like, the money is an amazing bonus, but I honestly don't really care about the money. I'm fortunate that I'm in a position in my life where I don't have to be motivated by money right now. So that's the way it works best for me. So I'm grateful that God has provided the opportunity to experience this product in like the truest sense. Like, there's nothing going to muddle my decision about this product except, does it work? So in my early 20s, I used to be a bit of a nutrition nut. Like, I bought all the books, I knew all the stuff, and life still wasn't amazing for me back then. But then somewhere in my 30s, I started taking the journey into the spiritual, mental, emotional realm and kind of drifted off and left my nutrition behind. Like, the physical body, whatever. I did some stuff, but I wasn't really taking care of it because I was so amazed by all the stuff on those realms that I didn't even know anything about. So my mind was blown in those ways, and I kind of just let my nutrition fall off to the wayside. But then, well, I found this, and now it was like the missing puzzle piece for like this gigantic, enormous puzzle that I've been putting together my whole entire life. So now, 30-ish plus days into this thing, I'm really loving it. And yeah, just so grateful that this company showed up. I feel like it's my company. Like, if I was going to build a company, I would build it this way. And my 1-3 with my 5-line ones have tried to tear this thing down so hard. Like, it's almost like I want nothing more than to find the flaw so I can say, all right, I knew it, but I can't find it. So I'm going to keep pushing forward and keep sharing the wealth. But for me, I feel like this is real medicine. It's not that shit that they give you at the drugstore. Like, food is medicine, and this stuff is absolutely amazing. So I can't wait to keep doing it and trying all the new products and telling as many people as I can about it. And now people are starting to show up in our lives, mine and Tammy's, like people who are really ill. Like, they have some serious health issues. And it's like, the foundation is nutrition. Like, you can work on the second floor, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh floor. But if your first floor is shit, it's all going to crumble down. And now, as we get into our 40s and 50s, we're seeing the people whose foundations are shit. and everything is crumbling. So I'm grateful that there's a product. I feel like now I finally have something to share with them. Like, yeah, you can do Cambo or Bufo or all these other things, but that's only going to help you for like 2 days. You're going to need something that's going to help you forever. And I feel like this is it. And I'm going to keep digging though, and I'm going to keep trying to find the crack. I don't think I'm going to though, but if I do, I will be sure I will be the first one to voice my concerns as loud as possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I guess that's it for now. And it's amazing to be here with all you guys. Like, it's an amazing team, and I love all the energy and the support. Yeah, I guess that's about it.
Oh my goodness, my mind is blown at how amazing my three people, I should say, that I've introduced today, and the way that they've been able to voice themselves and express themselves is just blowing my mind. And I'm full of gratitude, and sending loving presents to all three of you. And I'm so excited for where we are going with this. It's just gonna rock.
That is what I want. I want to rock. And speaking of foundations, speaking of foundations, David, thank you so much. Thank you, Fabiana. Thank you, Brad. I'm so excited to have you all here. And I get to be this person that I've stepped into in this moment, because yes, we got to do what we got to do. We got to come on if we want to come on, and we do not need to come on for money if we're not about money. And that being said, the system that is in place makes it so that there is a duplicatable system for people that do wish to have abundance come in, build a foundation. So just like you said, with the foundation being built, when we onboard somebody and we talk them through that welcome letter, that thank God for John, so that your precious brains could even read something that I've been like trying to cultivate for the last 5 years. And now it's detailed and scheduled and like so flawless on every single level. What we're doing with this system is we are building a foundation for lineage to go below us. For now, I have been running around, and as a couple of you know, I'm doing my best to not answer every single question, because I have been holding a whole team of Black Diamond basically by myself in a certain way and answering every single question, doing every single thing. Now I have a John who is like, I've got my own team. I've got my team, by the way. You don't have to do that. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't have to do that thing that I always do. So bless me, I'm never here to step on anyone's toes. And I'm also here to set the foundation so that your client is like, and the person that wants to be a builder, it's like, we level the ground first. And we level it, and then we pour the foundation and we let it sit. That's when we're training them. And then
that system she's got.
We start building.
So you can do it.
We start building the structure. And so it is so important, and it's totally perfect that your brother got to like sneak in and out. Like he's at the table and we're like feeding him little treats and stuff. So like we now see it, and I'm just so thankful to be able to have all the examples, and we all get to watch. Tammy gets to watch certain people that we're like, I don't want to do any of that. I'm going to do whatever I want, and I'm going to come on. And I have other people too. And I watch them not have a smart order on file, or I watch them not have their order in. And that could mean you're losing all the money that you just brought in. So I'm up here watching everything, and why I pray and just invite all of you to take on this system as your own, because we're gonna run into tons of different things throughout the time, because people are human, and that's what we're doing, But when you have someone that is like, I want to do this as a business, it's like, okay, would you like to learn what the business is that you're saying that you want to do? Because every other business in the world has a structure of the things that are done to do the business itself. And we've laid it out wholeheartedly, so easy to see, so easy. So it doesn't matter if you don't want money, there's going to be people underneath you that do want money. And we get to teach everybody how to receive the money that is coming in. And when you build that foundation strong, you just helped me be able to take care of myself. I'm like not having to take care of this whole entire team. And there's so many more of you than just on this Brady Bunch today. And so I've finally gotten to the point where I'm going back to swimming, taking care of myself. I've been working nonstop all summer to like hold this ship in a space where every single hole is filled, every single thing is done, all the mold on the bottom of the boat is done, like everything is done. It's like the most pristine thing I've ever seen. And I have a bunch of the most amazing humans that are like, let's go, what's our role, let's do it. And we can all do this together. And to have you all on lives all the time was the most incredible experience ever. So that being said, I would love to introduce Miss Tammy to all. Tammy Trissel. I'd like for her to share a little bit about her story and say hi to you all, because I'm head over heels that she's back online with us. And then I'd like to go to Barry, and I'd like to go to Sierra. I'd like to go to everybody, but please, Miss Tammy, come off mute and tell me how precious I get to see you on every single day.
Everyone, welcome. I love hearing all of your stories, your journeys. It's pretty amazing. Sometimes I downplay it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's whatever. It's no big deal. And then people are like, what'd you do? You were house sick? I was really sick for a long time with Crohn's disease. The first time I was in the hospital, I was 4 with severe gastroenteritis. Raised on the standard American diet, all the things that everybody eats. That's what I ate. I can remember, belly aches and things like that all the time, having trouble going. When I was 18, they diagnosed me with Crohn's, and my whole family's medical field. So it's like, you don't feel good, you go to the doctor, right? And, some other things that happened in my life, probably had stress issues. My dad went to prison when I was a sophomore in high school. So there's a lot of like trauma there. And, I started medication, and 10 years into medication, by the time I was 28, I had to have my first bowel resection. And then, they took my gallbladder out, pancreas full of sludge. Then came anxiety, depression. My doctors got me hooked on opioids for about 10 years. That's their answer to everything, just medication. And by the age of 38, I was on over 20 different medications, 240 pounds, and honestly wanted to die. I lost both my jobs, was on disability, had to have another surgery, more bowel taken out. And then I'm laying there with this little bit of chunk of money I got from disability and searching the internet for hope, inspiration, motivation, something, anything, because my daughter had moved out. I mean, it was bad. My kids thought I was going to die. Everything was really, really dark in my life. And, I started following these holistic healers, and the universe just put these people in my path. And I took a holistic healing program, and I joined Purium right away because I'm like, I felt better right away. I started changing the way I was eating and doing all the things throughout everything in my house, everything. I made my kids start eating this way. I'm like, it was like a light went on in my head for the first time in forever. You're begging doctors, like, please just give me a magic pill, just fix me, just snap me out of it. Like, I was begging people, crying all the time in the hospital, sick, puking, like just so toxic. And nobody talks about nutrition, not on this level, not like this. And I've been to a lot of different doctors. So it's really saddening when you think about it, that this isn't talked about more. And I knew, I can't go back to doing hair. Kimberly Sanders, I resonated with her so much. And I'm like, I got to do this. I need to share this with everyone that I love. And then it was like everybody around me that was taking care of me when I was sick saw me come back to life, and I was zooming circles around them. And then they were like, it was like when Harry met Sally, they were like, I'll have what she's having. Like, you know, I just lit up. I was zooming around. I was like, just reincarnated. I mean, it was just incredible. And so, yeah, I mean, I knew everybody needs this nutrition. I know now, like all the things, all the ailments, it all starts with nutrition. And, you know, I'm preaching to everybody I love. I may get kicked out of some family functions every once in a while because I'm like, stop giving your kids poison. That's poison. And but yeah, my whole family is completely healed. I know we're not allowed to say that, but my oldest son had undiagnosed ADHD. My youngest, they thought he was autistic. And my daughter is finally home now, and she's been back since August. That's why I kind of stepped away from the fire for a minute. We've had so much healing happen, and she is, in just a month of eating this food, she's like, absolutely incredible shifts just happening on every level with everyone in my house. And every day we're just so happy. We're dancing around, we make smoothies, we're chopping veggies together. I mean, it's really incredible when, you know, you have control of your food. You're not just emotionally eating, when your whole family is calm, nobody's snapping on each other, you know, there's just nothing but love and laughter, and it's incredible. So thank you guys all so much for listening to my story, and I can't wait to do some lives with you guys. I'm back, and all of them are in school, so I have some time now, and I'm getting rid of 15 years of hoarding right now. That was another big thing. It was like I was working 2 jobs, single mom, 3 kids, and I would just use my dad's house as my storage unit. I just kept throwing shit over there. So now it's like all of this purging, you know, not just with food, but with material possessions, all the things that, you know, in the past, those were the things that made me happy when I was sad or depressed. You know, shop therapy, you know, your kids are upset, buy them something, give them sugar. And man, how that has shifted and changed so drastically. I'm like, just giving everything away, and it feels so good. And it's like, we don't need material things to be happy. We don't need sugar to be happy. We need good food, you know, and maybe a little good weed every once in a while, you know, whatever. It's all so perfect. And I'm just so excited to be here with all of you beautiful, incredible people who have listened to me cry and who have helped me so much and just loved me when I didn't love myself, and gave me all this confidence with this confident food. I love it. It's the best life ever.
Best life ever. Amazing. I'm so thankful. And that this is what's going to happen for all of you. We will just keep calling in these incredible people that are here to thrive and be the greatest versions of themselves. Purium gives this opportunity of a stage for us to shine the brightest ever, and the confidence that I've seen Tammy step into and what's going to happen next of her life. I'm just like, I'm beyond the moon. So Barry, do you want to share next? I'd love for you to get to come on. I'd love that. Thank you. You're on camera. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you all. I'm the original gangster here, and I'm watching this team, and I'm watching Kimberly just bloom. And what's so great, I was just thinking as I'm sitting here, I saw the picture, but I'm sitting here, my studio is in this mill that I'm sitting underneath, and I'm over the river, and I'm watching this, and I realized that this team, this mission, these foods, that not only do I get to like kind of clear away the last 4 decades of my adult life, physically in this body. We were talking about the body and how important it is. I'm Dave Sandoval's age, and I saw what he saw. I saw that we can't possibly perpetuate humanity and the human experience and the human potential, to realize that we have to be whole and we have to be healthy, and we can't use frankenfoods and genetically modified seeds and pesticides to do that. And the proof is here, and now we're watching it. And So I feel like I kind of hit the pause button about 40 years ago, thinking I can't do anything about this. But now, fast forward 40 years, I get to be on this mission with you, with these solutionaries, with these young people, and I feel like you guys have you've given me the opportunity to rewind to like 20 years old, and do this with you, because my body is so vital. I've taken off 50 pounds. I've like John, I've reduced my cholesterol. My health is so much better. My vitality is through the moon. And so I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that I get to do this with Miss Tammy, who just told you a story about going from powerless to fully empowered. And when I say the future is feminine, and when I say that we have to balance this feminine energy, this feminine power, the resolution by creation, we create humans within us. We foster things, and it's not exclusively to not include the masculine. The powerful masculine is important, but we got to balance it. And this bridge, this freedom train, gives us the opportunity to create community, to link arms with people, to unite and create a strength that some of you can't even imagine what is coming for you as you continue to empower yourself and feel this team and feel this mission. It's incredible, and I just love what you have been doing, Miss Kimberly, and bringing all of this to light, that we get to live our light and learn. I'm going to start crying, so I have to stop talking, and it's probably good I didn't have my keyboard here for the chat, because I would have blown up the keyboard with some of the most beautiful things that you people were saying, and Terry and John and your team. And just know that you humbled me to the point of even more gratitude, if that's possible. So I hope that helps what you were looking for, Miss Kimberly. And I'm just a double thank you for forever. We get to do this forever. We get an eternity to figure it out. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. I feel like Barry's my upline. It's the best to have her as my wing woman too. There's so many, and you all are just so precious. I see Dominic in the background. Gina, do you want to unmute and say hi to everyone, please? This is my Gina. She's an amazing mama of 2 glorious babies. She's a doula. She's just the most magical lady. And I watch her with her baby growing in front of us for the last, 6 months now? And unmute yourself, babe. You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yes, thank you so much. Oh, I love all of you, and welcome to everyone who has just joined our incredible team of superheroes and superheroes. And I really truly believe that, I like the synchronicities and, the power of just alignment and really resonating with people that are on your same path and vibration. And so I have been on this like awakening journey for a long time now. And I'm one of those radical mamas, like hippie mamas who, doesn't vaccinate her kids and feeds all organic. And, I read the labels. And so I've always, been on this path. And now to be able to have found my tribe of other amazing people and mamas who also, want the best for their children and our future generations. It's just such a gift. And I just feel like I'm definitely at home. And, recently, before I found Purium, I was looking into human design and the gene keys and, alchemy and studying quantum physics. And I work in the birth world. And so, I see miracles happen all of the time. And, like our babies are miracles. And this is my superfood baby, Dominic. He's on the move. He is so healthy and thriving. And I think all children are beautiful, but there is this light and this brightness that my children have that, I see all of these other children suffering. And, we're dimming their light with the poison and the vaccines and all of these toxins that we're putting in our children's body. And like my baby is like a true organic baby, human being. And it's just so miraculous to see him thrive, So he's teething right now. He's going through it, but I love you all. And I can't wait to meet you all. And I can't wait. I'm going to go spend some time with Kimberly and meet her in person finally, and just really embody all of her, really take on all of her wisdom and, embody it and just keep sharing my heart. And I'm so thankful for my dear Sierra. She's another mama who, one of my dear sisters who has joined me on this mission. And we're, I love the hashtags that, I saw John has his like embody your radiance, and, Rachel's is, what is it? I love all of them. Everyone has theirs. And so ours is Mama's on a Mission. And we truly are on a mission to wake up other families and mamas into the corruption of our food systems. And so more babies can thrive and live to their fullest potential, because our children have so much potential and we're really dimming that light. And so anyways, if Sierra's on, I would love for her to speak. And she has her sweet little Ocean, who's also a superfood baby. Ocean has been on the superfoods. They receive the superfoods through our breast milk. And Ocean has been on them since she was born. So Dominic started at 5 months. And so it's just so miraculous that our babies get this plant medicine as well. So thank you all. And hopefully Sierra can share.
Be careful.
Hi guys, I'm driving, so I can't really look at you too much, but I can talk. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, babe.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you're on speaker, so I don't know if there was echo. Anyways, yes, I'm here because of Gina's beautiful soul. She started sharing Purium when I was about 7 or 8 months pregnant, and I just knew I needed this for my baby, of course, so she could get this goodness. And yeah, so my birth story, I started at home in a pool, ended in a C-section. So when I got home from the hospital, there was my Purium, and I am so thankful for that. It has helped me rest. It has given me energy. It has made me just truly thrive in my body. And there's so many people that truly can't believe I just had a baby and all I'm doing, and where my body has bounced back, and it's been truly incredible. And Ocean loves it. She's tried the carrot juice plus with some water. She likes that more than any solid food she's tried so far. So that was fun. We're doing Power Shake next, definitely. And yeah, she's been on them her whole life through my breast milk, and now she gets to taste them on her own, which has been really fun to do with her. And she's thriving. She's a happy girl. She's so smart. She's so aware. She's so healthy. And I mean, I'm super healthy as well. The healthiest I've ever been, and I'm 6 months postpartum. So it's pretty incredible that has, truly transformed my life. And that's what we're here for. And I've developed so much in my own self-development through our community here. And I've learned so much from you beautiful souls. And it's been so incredible to watch people that I know, transform in their bodies and thrive as well. So I'm blessed to be here. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Kim, and everybody for being here. And I'm going to hop off.
Thank you, Sierra. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, everyone, for sharing. I'm going to honor everyone's time, and we have a few more people to introduce, but you're off camera, and that just kind of seals the deal for me. But I wanted to have Bethany finish off our call. She pulled a card from a deck that is really precious to her. So just have you read that and close us off for today. And everyone that hasn't introduced themselves, we will have you introduce yourself next time. So thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. Again, so this is my Kuan Yin Oracle deck. I bought it in Sedona. I was just down in Sedona for an amazing conference, and it's a very special place. And it was magical how it came into my awareness. And this morning I pulled a card and I was just thinking, okay, what does Kuan Yin have for us today? And one of the things that Kimberly and I have been talking about is how everybody is at their own point in their journey, whether it's with their food, with their spiritual development. Everybody is exactly where their soul has purpose for them to be. Every step leads them to the next step. And so I pulled this card, and it was number 27. And for some reason in my brain, I was like, oh, I got to go to page 27 instead of the card 27. So I go to page 27, and this is one of the paragraphs. It says, you have the mental strength to let go of a conflict, to stop trying to shame yourself or another out of fear. You have the courage to respect life and the right each being has to choose their own way to be in the world. This is not about allowing disrespect. It is about setting boundaries within that bring you peace. So you realize the actions of others are not about you, but about their own inner state of being. This frees you to choose what you wish to invite into your world and into your heart, where you will dwell in the love of the Divine Mother, the Divine Father's peaceful sanctuary. You can be as you wish to be and surrender your inner struggles into her loving care. And so I just thought that was so beautiful for all of the people that we speak to that aren't ready yet. That's okay. We get to bless them. We get to say, okay, I honor you where you are right now. And when you're ready, I will be here, and I will be just open arms and joyful to welcome you into this new phase of manifestation and creation in your life. So thank you for allowing me to share that.
Thank you, Bethany. Thank you, everyone. So exciting. Just so honored to have you all here and excited to be here with you all, and any lives this coming week. This is our next, our Saturday is like our Monday. And so we're all at 0 again with our UBT, and calling in more angels that are ready to set themselves free in this amazing lifestyle that everyone is just doing amazing at sharing and everything. So Peter, you're back. And if everyone has a couple minutes, I'd love for Peter to share who you're just say hello to everyone. And then, obviously if you have to go, please do, but I want to have Peter share.
Sure, glad to be here. My wife and I say we, our little family got introduced to Purium a couple years ago, I guess it was, or almost 2 years. And we're up here in lovely northern Michigan, and Joy Light, who some of you probably met, most of you probably, she's in Arizona, and Natalie and her were friends, almost 20 years ago or something like that, in a lot of the raw food world, health, and everything like that. And so that had been just so long since they had even connected in any way, and Natalie had been really struggling with a lot of things with sleep and health, and she had just adrenal fatigue really bad and everything. And then in more recent, we had found out we had a mold issue in the house before we moved here in 2013. So she had all these things stacked up that she was coping with, and then she found Purium, and Joy's story was different than hers, but Natalie was like deep in the health world and felt like she was doing everything. She's like a detox specialist herself, and you know, it just wasn't getting all the way deep in there. And so Joy's story resonated, and she had all this rapport with Joy, and Joy was just, you know, being so vulnerable and apparent with her her journey, like, hey, be humble and know that we all have something to learn. You know, it feels so good when you like step up these other levels, and then it's like, whoa, there's got to be still a whole lot more that I can learn and be open to. And thankfully, that's the heart that we took, and which is a small part of the story I like to tell. The irony is, like, at day, you know, the 30-day guarantee, everybody, right? Or 60 day, everything. So Natalie was like at day 3, like, I'm just gonna send this stuff back. I don't feel it. I'm like, you gotta give it 10 days at least, right? And so at day 10, actually, she felt like amazing, and which is pretty astounding for all that she was dealing with. Um, and especially like a mold. If you guys know anything about mold, it's a whole deep dive that we've been into the last year or so, and how long term and just deep and difficult it can be to navigate. So thankfully we had a solution, the treatment on our house, but also, like, I'm a firm believer that Natalie would have just been tanked, you know, 7-8 years ago. She would have been tanked, like, in the hospital probably, if it weren't for her health stuff she was doing. And then now with Purium, I think she would have probably just went like, but she would have just went flat and everything. So we are so amazed at that, and that can be hope for, you know, people that you know, like, maybe they start with Purium and there's still like something. Maybe you know, investigate your house, because we're learning like 50% of houses in North America have some kind of issue, and it can just be hard to detect, hard to everything. So anyways, off of that, like, thank God for Purium to just bring you so much higher, um, and your loved ones to a place. So, and then my story is I started right after Natalie, and didn't have really any major health issues, but got great help with my digestion. And then, you know, just 2 months into doing taking Purium, I had numbness in my one leg for like a year, and had to have a surgery for a tumor on my spinal cord. And thank God I had the superfood fortification going into a surgery, which is, you know, no cakewalk in recovery. Recovery is a big deal. And my body's not only dealing with, I never take antibiotics or any of that. So, you know, like, they kind of like have to, there's some things you can't like tell them not to, and they've just exposed your body. So anyways, like, we're flushing all that out, the anesthesia, all that's like, thank God. And my recovery was so super quick, and I'm like chasing my children and working and vibrant, and so we're just in awe of all this, and just can't believe, like, that there is such a thing, because, you know, don't read the news, but you can't sometimes help seeing some things and hearing some things. You're like, thank God there's integrity around a company like with Dave and Amy, that you can just count on. It's unbelievable in a day that we live in that you can count on many things, which, you know, hallelujah. I'm so glad we can count on something. And yeah, I feel like I can count on all of you. So I'm so glad to hear from all your awesome faces.
Oh, we lost Peter. That was Amazing. So I thank you all so much for staying on and just like filling your backpacks with these stories. Like you're filling your superhero backpack with all the stories, and it's like we're going to run into so many different people, and this is how we do it. So Allison, I love you. I'm going to let everybody go because we're already so over time already, and next time we'll have you share. So I love you all. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend. See you all on Monday at 5 o'clock Pacific time, or actually Mountain time, for the Money Map call. So just get all of the details of business in that call. And then we have also Amy talks business and shares stories of top leaders at 7 p.m. Mountain time on Monday. And then we have Leslie on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Mountain time, and Dave on Wednesday. So see you all there. Have a beautiful weekend. Talk to you soon.
Bye, everybody.
I welcome love.